Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Space Engineers. It's another lovely day here on the alien world. With its fun swirly clouds and sickly green earth. So, real nice view outside. Let's take a look inside. It's a little bit less impressive, actually, than I was hoping it would be. I didn't test that shot beforehand, but as you may notice, you discerning viewers, We have a welded hangar, sort of, ignoring that gap and the hole out there. Uh, yeah. So, you probably saw in the beginning time lapse, welding up, and then I kind of finished it off. All that, added some light, so we can actually see in here. We can see through the void there, which... that's annoying. I kind of... oh, it's everywhere. That's not great. Okay, we'll not look at those bits. We'll ignore over there. But in general, looks lovely. We have our nice view outside. We have our areas to eventually put our doors. So yeah, all should be good. You may notice as well, I have the miner up here. So I talked about it last episode, I started drilling out this bay to become the eventual living quarters area. Actually, that's not... I can't see anything if I look that way, but that's sort of the edge. And that's not too bad in terms of depth. But I think what I'm going to do, much like how we did the mining for all this, I'm going to go ahead and... oh, fall into a crevice. I'm going to go ahead and build a sort of guide that I can use, so I can project, use as a mining guide, just so that I have a better sense of kind of where I'm meant to be, you know. So, I guess first order of business, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blocks wide. And technically 5 blocks tall. So we'll drill it out to that. 9 by 5. Or, ow. Actually, what would... yeah, 9 by 5 will work, because then I could have 2 floors that are each 2 blocks tall. So that should be alright. This will be kind of a grand lofty area. So go down here. How much? I have 9 steel plates. I will need some more. We still have a bit of steel left over, though not a ton. It did take... it actually, time-wise, didn't take too long to actually weld everything. It was just waiting on processing, having to get resources. The biggest drain was once I ran the batteries out on the weldy there, it was a nightmare to just sit here and wait. That's when I went and got some extra iron, because I was like, well, I can't do much else right now. But yeah, worked pretty well. Batteries are not great when they run out. It's my only kind of advice from this endeavor. But I did get to use the sort of bending weldy thing. I think I showed that in the time lapse a bit. Can't remember. I filmed that at a different point to now, a little bit earlier, because I had to wait on batteries to recharge. But yeah, so it was nice and worked well. Okay, so the floor again doesn't matter, so we'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I guess I want to go one more. I want the hole to be Raggy. The hole to be 9 by 5, so I need the blocks to be outside of that. Let's pop our tank in the tank. That should be enough for this. Okay, so that's 5, so I go one more. Though actually... no, I'm doing this wrong. Because what I can do, so like this, I'd grind to the inner edge of these blocks, but that's kind of a waste of time because I can just grind to the outer edge. So we'll leave this at the floor level. So we'll go 5 up from it. 5. Then come across. Because we don't care what happens on the ground. We just want to kind of guide ourselves elsewhere. I just kind of go to the outside, and then when I place my plates, I just place them like this. So that is our kind of portal in. Let's go 5 blocks deep. Let's go 7. The reason I'll do that is I want the sort of in between the 2 pillars, which is where this kind of fits in. I want that to be back a block, so those pillars won't be the wall. It's hard to show down here. We'll go up there and show it. So I can see it in my head, but that doesn't really help in a visual medium like a video. So I want this kind of line of blocks to stay open. This is part of the hangar. So the wall will actually start on this line. That way it's kind of sunken in. It sort of matches the stone walls in terms of their depth. It's actually going to be sunk in a bit from the stone wall. I think it'll give it kind of a... It'll look like it is, you know, part of a cave. I don't know. I think it'll be good. So we'll go 7 blocks deep. And that should give us plenty of room. Oop, I overshot. Plenty of room in there to build whatever we want to build. And we can always expand off of this as well. This guide is going to be a little bit more loose. Like I think I'm only going to do, you know, I'll do a layer here and then a layer here, sort of like how we did the roof on the previous guide. Because I don't actually intend to have a ton of this. I may have some areas with rock, but I don't intend to have it all rocky. This is going to be mostly enclosed. In fact, it'll be completely enclosed. I may just have some window places so you can see some rock. Because I want it to be airtight. But, yeah, so it doesn't actually matter too much, the accuracy of the drilling. This is more just to make sure that I actually get it deep enough and have a good enough sense of how deep I am, so that I don't have, so I can drill it all in one go and don't have to come back later and widen out the back of the wall a little more. So yeah, perfect. Ignoring all the buzzings as it panics that I've failed or that I've not done it right. Come on. Okay. Yeah, so that should be enough of a guide. I'm probably not even going to hand drill it. I may, because it'll be hard to know where the back is otherwise. I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh, uh-oh. My suit has turned off. Come on. Oh, I was looking at hydrogen, not health. But both were going down. Okay. There's that. Get some more power. Fuel in this thing is still quite low. I may have to build a little hydrogen refueling base down, maybe on that little island. would be a good spot. Because I can kind of have the base on the island and then have it kind of have a little arm that extends out into the ice area. That could be fun. But this is our focus for now. So, and I don't need to be here. I need to be down here. I need to take a blueprint and then I guess rename it as the rooms. We'll do that just so it's the top of my list. Alright. And now we grind it down. Okay. So, now we need projector. Which I can never find. There you are. Need the bits for a projector. Not those bits. Bits per blah 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 for a projector minus the steel tubes. Do I have steel tubes? Not in there. Any tubes in here? No. Alright. Time to break down, say 100 steel plates. And then there we go. We'll keep that going because we did turn I turned all of the steel into steel plate, which is great except for when you need things that aren't steel plate. So take those, we need some fuel, and away we go. Oh, that's a tree. I do like how this turned out. I think it looks pretty decent from a distance. Not, you know, absurdly huge, but kind of beefy, and it looks like it can support itself. So that would be the middle. That would be the front. I guess I can put that there. Okay, and what I'll do, just for ease of use, we'll move this over here. So, I did discover, as it turns out, you don't actually need the computer or display. All you need to be able to use one of these is the steel plate and construction component. It goes up past the functional with just the construction component. So you can do things like adjust lights without having to fly down to the base again. Okay. Blueprints, add that. That is the wrong orientation. Oh no, it's not. It's just there's a stick on it. And it is slightly the wrong orientation. Okay. So I want to yaw left. No, I do not want to yaw. Is that doesn't seem right, but we'll pitch left. Alright, pitch left was also incorrect. We want to pitch. I've not quite worked out how those work. The best way I've found to deal with them is to just kind of keep trial and erroring it. But that should be the right position. These at least make sense when you know the orientation of your projector. And when you can kind of vaguely see it through the menu. Okay, so that's the right forward. Now we need vertical offset to go down. Or up. Okay, maybe I was a little off. But okay. Yeah. So that should be a kind of rough drill guide. Is that at the right height? 3, 4, no. Needs to go up one more. There we go. That's correct. So, that projector is in about the worst possible spot, I just realized, because I won't be able to get the ship in there. But I can probably work my way around it. Okay. So now, turn on our lights. And we'll just kind of keep drilling in until we see the end, I guess. So this may become a time lapse, this may just be a cut, because it's probably not going to be very interesting. Just realized my fuel is dangerously low. Okay. Let's attempt to land safely. Oh, this is dangerous. I don't know where... So this thing has hydrogen engines. Okay. We're good. So all's good this go. The danger with hydrogen engines is they have their own volume of hydrogen, which shows on the little indicator in the lower right there. So, I don't know for sure where the volume of hydrogen on board switches to what's in the engines versus what is in the tank. And the key thing about that, the thrusters will not run on the hydrogen in the engine. So it means your thrusters could cut out potentially, you know, just some random time before the needle says it's empty. Looked like we had about 10% though, so looks like in this it's maybe only 2% of the fuel storage, so that's good. We'll fill it up. Something I may do real quick is from my mining excursions, I have a lot of ice in here that should go in here where it can be processed. Ooh. And actually, hold on. I just saw something. So, that up there, pretty notably, is a ship. I believe that is one of the assertive ships, because they don't necessarily broadcast their antenna unless they're within range. What I'm going to try to do here... and let's find... yeah. I want those tools. Character tools. Just so I'm not losing anything particularly valuable. I'm going to see if I can get up near this guy. I don't believe they do the jetpack shutoff. So I might be able to get on board, find a way in, and do some pirating. Though, gotta say, that ship's looking bigger now that I get close. I thought it was just a measly little fella, but I don't know. Nope. That's the downside, is it does spawn a drone to attack me. So I need to get in while being assaulted by the drone. Whoop, that's a gun. Any guns atop it? Yep. Alright. Ow, ow. Ow, my body. Oh, come on, let me in there. Oh, I'm close. And I'm dead. Well, that was a moot point. If I'm lucky, first I should make sure that the guns here are on. Okay, on, full range. Yes, good. Because that drone may come for me. See if I can get my body back. I might still be able to chase after the thing. But you saw I was able to jetpack right up to its hull. So I can still do the cheese strategy on it. Uh-oh. Okay, there's that drone. Which isn't great, because I need to be able to get my body back. And it's probably coming for me. So, we'll want to do this quick. Opened, it's buried deep within a chasm. I don't need the tools. And I don't need that anymore because I now have that. Okay. Target sighted. Oh, we are being shot at a bit, but that's fine. As long as I can outpace it towards this ship, I should be alright. Okay. We're getting close. I don't think it'll spawn another drone, because the first drone is still here. Alright. We're going in. Gotta get real close to avoid exactly this situation. Okay. I have locked myself to it. And I am now on board. Now what? This isn't a great spot to be. Oh, that fleeting rival's gonna start shooting me in a minute here. Okay, it can still fly without this. That's good. My best bet's gonna be, I think, to try and get inside. Ooh, that didn't sound good. Let's just cover that so I don't die immediately. Yeah. Oh, cargo. Let's hack this. Here. Okay. Put my good... Ooh, there's some good stuff in there. I have no idea what the outside of this thing's looking like or how close we are to plummeting to our death. Okay, I'm inside. This is exciting. I'm very low on health. There might be a turret in here. Yep, there was. Dang. Oh. Something's gone bad about my spine there. Okay. Well, I know where the ship is because it's where my body location is. Downside is I have no idea if I'll be able to get there. Oh. And the body's falling, so either it fell out or the ship despawned. Let's focus on not running out of fuel before we get there. Yeah, I'm not seeing it anymore. I think it got too far away and despawned. Oh, well, that was exciting. The closest we've been to taking an active ship in the air. Oh, he's still abroad. Oh, I'm gonna get peppered a little bit, I think. Oh, nope, I'm passing. Probably gonna lead him home on accident. Ooh, I need to not run out of fuel, because I will get pegged for sure. At least before I get close enough to be able to sprint to the body. Or stop. Oh, this is gonna be tight.
Fuel critical.
Brakes. Okay. Just enough. Get to the body, get to the body. Get those things. I'll take the steel. Oh, and there is our adversary. If I can't take down the other thing, at least maybe I can take down this. Oh, never mind. It's got a gun on top. But that didn't go well. I thought it just had a gun on the bottom. Huh. Is it worth trying to get the body? I have to build a new gun and I have to build new tanks. But those aren't horribly expensive. Dang. Well. Yeah, I think we'll be alright. We didn't lose any valuable tools, and that's the important stuff. Whoops. So, yeah, we can get rid of those. We'll just go ahead and produce us... Oh, that's disassembling. We don't want to do that. Let's get us some bottles. Should have enough material, yeah. And guess one of those. That's what we Okay, good thing the guns were on. Whew. I sort of forgot about him. Let's get our tools and see if we can salvage anything from that, at least. Oh boy. Okay. So... there and there. Oh. Here's a crater. Not much there. Huh. Well, that was exciting, at least. Looks to just be some assorted metal. Yeah, nothing of particular value. Well, good thing we know the guns can defend us, at least. We may have to figure out how to put gun emplacements around the base. Because we shouldn't need a ton, but we'll definitely want some just to make sure that we, survive. Probably some right around the doors to the hangar, I'd assume. Alright. Hydrogen in that one. Some oxygen in that one. Okay. What were we... Oh, right. We'd refueled this thing. Yep. Should be good to go. Okay. On. That unlocked. And away we go. Yep, headlights are still on. I had a moment of panic because I realized I was coming in way too low, but I'm not. That is holdover from flying the weldy, whatever I called it. Because when the snoot is drooped, as it were, when the welder is down, you are. There we go. When the welder's down, you kind of have to fly right at the top of the hangar, otherwise you smash the welder off, which I did do on accident. So, okay. Well, this is coming along at least. Should be able to finish it up here and then at least lay down a floor, maybe weld it up. And once we have this floor, we can start moving our stuff in, I'd say. I may do a little bit of a, just kind of free drill off to one side here, just so we have room for a sort of factory production area. But okay. That is a hole with a hole in it. That's pretty good. Managed not to puncture through the wall here, which was my big thing to do. So that should be alright. The one thing, unfortunately, I let up there get a little bit overdone. So I am probably going to have to make steel right up in there, even if it's not it may just be sort of facing steel, I guess you'd call it. Just kind of there to seal the gap. That should be alright. Go ahead and put this back and maybe start laying out a floor. And at some point I'll need to plan piping, but that's kind of hard to do before I know where I'm sending things. So, alright. Bunch of steel. Here we go. Guess there's no point in using the full blocks for at least any of the floor in here. Oh, one thing I can do as well. Take that back. And yes. Put this back here. Start to, I guess, put some steel into maybe this one. So we have some room.
Inventory full.
Put some into this. And the thing is gone. Perfect. We no longer need the projection, because it isn't actually something we want to build. Alright. Yeah, so this will be sort of solid wall with a door in it and probably some windows up above. Eventually. For now, I'm going to leave it open so I can get the weldy inside, but we we should be able to... Nah. I think that is where the wall will be. So we won't bother putting a floor there. We'll just kind of start filling out in here. And because I was so sloppy with the floor in this area, it should be pretty easy in here to at least run pipes. Because I hear I dug way lower than I needed to. Let's say that is the area floor. So the wall just kind of peaks there. That gives us 5 blocks wide. Should be plenty for our sort of factory area. And that will be a wall, because that is squarely within voxel, and I may actually have to do some trimming to make sure none pokes through. Okay. So that's that. Go ahead. I guess in the same vein, I can just use these as the walls. Because there's no real difference between them and a block. From this side, at least. It will function the same. They just cost less material. I can put that there to sort of hold this. Yeah. Nope. So build 4 up in here. And actually, I've built 4 up everywhere. So the main building should be 5, and I'll have to touch up that corner. In fact, I may have to come through and... Yeah, that side of the roof needs to be cleared out. I talked about this side being too high, but that side's too low. Oh. So this one... Well, let's see. So that's 25. Where is... So this is 22. Yeah, we'll use this piece. It fits the outside, even though that doesn't matter. And it is ever so slightly cheaper. So in the long run, that's more per steel that I can build. Guess it is a little miserly to nitpick over 2 steel plates, but I don't know. When you're building efficiently as I do, every plate matters, so including that I don't need this room this high. There we go. Uh... And I need more steel. Oh, but I can... Well, that's a bit of steel. Will it be enough? Probably not. Nope. That's alright. The real challenge is going to be building all this. Get rid of all the junk I don't need. Because if we thought the floor in here was a lot to do, it only had a floor to weld and some supports. This is like everything. Okay. So, can I... Well, impressive how they explode with fire even though they're just metal bars. I was hoping I'd be able to nip that little corner out of the way without the explosion. That clearly was not the case. Okay. And actually these need to be... Well, they need to be something. Because I need to be able to butt up against them. Yeah, that should work. There's plenty of ceiling room up here. Could be something. I think it's probably beyond what I want to deal with at this place, but it could be kind of cool to use like these bits to finish all the edges on these and have
Fuel
well,
low.
that's not ideal for where I am at the moment. Have the ability to sort of walk around some of these areas with like little external access ways. Because you sort of see that like in underground buildings, like the I forget what the Mount Chainay or something. I can't remember. The mountain underground bunker that was home to the I think it was Strategic Air Command in the Cold War. Anyway, big underground bunker, real cool. And it's essentially a bunch of little buildings inside a cave. So from the inside, you just feel like you're in a building, albeit one without windows or joy. But when you go outside, you're walking around just these little, like, they almost look like little mobile trailers sitting in this big cavern. So that could be cool to do. But again, I think that's maybe a tad over what I need to deal with here.
Critical.
Okay.
Energy low.
Oh, there we go. Wasn't refilling. Dump that real quick. Get some power. There we go. I don't know why I instinctively tap the medbay screen, because getting into this cockpit fills up everything just the same because it's all piped up correctly. So, and I still have to do it because it takes a decade to recharge power through the survival kits. Okay. So I want two high levels. So we can kind of lay that out for the moment just to give us an idea. Then that should be the right level. And it almost covers up the goof. That should be fine. Maybe I can do this by hand and it won't take a decade. I don't need a ton of clearance, I just need to make sure it doesn't peek through. I have now no idea where I am. Let's blow up these real quick, because it'll be fun. There it goes. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted. Okay. Yeah, that should be enough to kind of, well, picks up for right there. Though that's the wall, so it doesn't really matter if it pokes through that one a bit. So long as that is the lowest point. Okay. We'll just get rid of them preemptively instead of doing it by force later. Fill out that. Just kind of extend that whole area away. And boom. We now have a giant cage-like room that we should be able to fly into and weld things in. So, yeah, I think that'll do it for this episode. I may do a similar thing as I did last time and do the actual welding of in here in a time lapse or parts of time lapse. Yeah. I think we're making good progress. So, actually, wait a minute. I don't want this bar here. What am I doing? I'm being a fool is what. Good thing this is attached somehow, because I think I just disconnected the only point where it was attached. Yeah. We'll just do a wall of blocks. We can afford it. Now, will we be able to weld all those is a different story. But yeah, there we go. Now it's nice and sunken, and heck, once I get everything welded, I may be tempted to just come back in and smooth this out with voxel hands. Because unfortunately, there's no way in vanilla Space Engineers to replace voxel. The only mods I've found are pretty jank, so we'll see. I'll make it something by next time, so yeah. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Feel free to check out any of the other stuff I have done as we sit in the spooky ambiance of the hangar cave. And yeah, until next week, bye bye.